Cool. Let me share my screen too. Is this visible for small screen users? Maybe not. Okay, so today Giovanni is not here, so I'm trying to give my best giving the news he wrote down here, and then I see in the agenda we have something from Simon. So I will try to be quick. First thing in the agenda is the public roadmap. We have updated this. As we have mentioned before, what we are concentrating right now for the lifecycle toolkit is the automatic application discovery. But we also started an enhancement proposal for the context propagation for GitOps. I believe both we already mentioned in previous meetings. Also, Meg, I don't know if you want to say something, but I see that you started 2 epics, one for the architecture documentation and one for the installation.
Yes. These are both anticipated to be season of docs projects.
Okay, and this is being populated as we are speaking, right? You're still working
yes.
on this?
Yes.
And then we have also 2 new tickets, but I believe this we will refine next public refinement. But just a short description. One of them is about giving the possibility of having multiple providers of the same type. And this is a pretty simple task that will be just done by adding a type value in the CRT. And then there was also a request for a summary of the project from the CNCF that we have to work on for this period. Anybody has anything to see about what we have in plan for the roadmap? If not, maybe I'll ask Moritz to explain what happened with Docker and our Docker Hub migration.
Sure. We actually mentioned it last meeting already as well, but I'm gonna talk about it a little bit again. Basically, we started this issue that you can see here, sunsetting the usage of Docker Hub in Keptn. This was a result of Docker actually basically sunsetting one of the billing models that they have, which is the free team subscription with 3 team members. There was a big community backlash, and they are actually not going to do it in the end now. So they fully reverted everything, and everything is back to before. But maybe we can take this opportunity to still do this. So I would still go through with this in the end. It does not much to do for us anyways, because most things are on GitHub Container Registry already anyways, except for the Keptn main repository and maybe 2-3 other things that need to be fixed. So there's not that much to do for us. I prepared a pull request which fixes the Keptn repository. It's up for review right now. I haven't merged it yet. So if anybody wants to comment on this, it's actually, yeah, it's linked in here, exactly.
9576.
Yeah. Cool, Giovanni already approved, nice. Yeah, so we are taking this opportunity and still move away from Docker Hub, even if it's to not keep up with their shenanigans, basically, which is also a win, I would say. Yeah, our images will still be on key.io and also on GHCR. So you will still find everything there. That's it.
Okay. Then I have here some news about Keptn and KLT. For KLT, I think we already announced it that there was a release 0.7 ready. Now the Helm chart for this release is working fine. There has been some hiccup. We have 0.2.1 version that has fixed it. You can check the release notes as usual. And in the documentation on getting started, you can see that we added instruction on how to do an Helm repo upgrade, and then install Keptn with Helm, PLT with Helm. For 1.3.0 for Keptn, this is in preparation still, so not ready yet. And the status that Giovanni wanted to mention here, I have no clue. If anybody knows something else apart from the preparation.
It's basically that we are in preparation for the release.
Yeah.
That is the
Okay.
status.
Okay, cool. Then I think maybe I can leave the screen to Simon.
Yeah, I do not need the screen actually. You
Okay.
can keep sharing. The thing is, I just wanted to inform you that we merged our first part of Perivolos, so our GitOps user management, also GitOps based user management. So if you want to be a member, you just can create a pull request within the community repository now. We decided to do it in 2 iterations now. The first iteration is just creating repositories and assigning members to the organization. In our next step, we will do creating the teams and creating the repositories where we will most likely testing it on Monday. So if you get emails or something like that, normally you should not have any any reduced rights, sorry. Yeah. But if you experience something, just let us know. It was not intentional and most likely an accident. So we will fix it as soon as possible.
Cool,
That's it.
great news. I see here, Rakshit, you added something. Would you like to take the word?
Yep. Yeah, so actually I am interested to participate in GSOC for the query timeframe in metrics project. So I just had this one question that right now we are having 2 dependencies for this project. One is the addition of timeframe field and another is the modification of SLI providers. So I just wanted to ask that rather than having these 2 as dependencies, why not include them as a part of GSOC project too, as the work is almost similar?
So from my perspective, if you want to include the part in the GSOC project, and it is not too much effort for you, then simply go for it. So for me, it's totally fine.
Okay, so
We just tried to keep the scope of the GSOC projects small, to not overload someone. So for me, it's totally fine if you want to include this also in the GSOC thing.
oh, okay, thank you.
But this part alone cannot be enough for the project, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, is there anything else?
And in fact, you would have to implement one provider in any way to test it. So I think you would have touched the Prometheus provider in any way.
yes.
And this is the ticket you were mentioning that the thing depends on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, is this enough of an answer for you, or can we do something else?
Yeah, thank you. It's all right.
Okay, cool. In general, are there any other questions about GSOCs? I think Meg kindly asked for everybody's sake.
Yeah.
I guess silence is a no.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, if there are any questions, I want to remind that we have a channel for that on our Slack. So, or please just write us. We are most of the time available in European time. And if nobody has anything else to discuss, should we call it today? Yeah.
I just wanted to ask Mortis if he can remain in the meeting for just 2 minutes. I just wanted to have some chat regarding lifecycle toolkit killer coder scenario. Just 2 minutes, if you can stay after the
Sure.
meet.
So the question was about the killer conda scenario.
Yeah.
And what would you like about that? Is there a ticket for that you would like to discuss, or?
It's just I was syncing up with Adam regarding the killer code scenario for lifecycle toolkit, but I'm facing some issues in installing that, and since Adam is not in the time zone which I am in, Motes I see is a little active with killer coda thing, so I just wanted to have some chat regarding that.
Is there anybody that may volunteer to help with that?
Sure. I mean, I can help you if you need anything. I have the ticket open already, anyways.
Would you like to share just for the sake of the recording?
Sure. And Google Chrome. Okay, this is the issue, right? Killer code on a demo for lifecycle controller.
Yep.
Did you already post your issues here, or?
So the update on this is that most of the part of the demo is prepared, but while let's say while installing the demo application in the scenario, so how the GitHub repo is like, you install the repo, you cd into it, and then there is a sample app repo to work for the demo application version 1, 2, and 3. So when I'm trying to make deployments for version 1, the scenario is throwing some errors, but this is not happening in the local system setup. So when I run the kind cluster and go for that setup, it's totally fine, right? So if you just and we also had a chat about removing the cert manager thing because that installation was failing. So I updated it to Helm.
Yeah.
Now
okay.
now it's working, but after when you go to the second step, so I'm just like structuring it. It's like not completely prepared, just running through the command so that if I not run into any error. So when you hit these commands, make install observability and make restart lifecycle toolkit. So I think install observability is going through various commands, like it's installing Jagger, Prometheus, and all, but it's not able to pick few of the resources, which I had a chat with Adam, and he said that it's okay. Maybe it's searching for some resources and not able to find, but that's not a very big issue. But when you restart the lifecycle toolkit, it throws error.
Okay. Observability.
Yeah, so you can see the output in the scenario, but the desired output should be this. This is according to me, and I may be wrong here, so I just needed some help here. So when you restart the lifecycle toolkit, this should be the output. But the scenario only runs till 92 line code, and after that it starts throwing error. So it only restarts the deployment for lifecycle operator.
Okay.
You are installing with the Helm chart.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm installing with the Helm chart because the cert manager is failing the installation.
And
so not the Helm charts have a prefix in the deployments?
Yeah, are you using the updated version of the example where we have fixed the namespace?
I guess yes, but can you just point me to that the updated version?
But it does seems like this is the one. Yeah, this is the
Could be the right one, yeah.
Thomas already fixed.
Yeah, you could use the tag here. Oh, actually, I thought there's a release here. Okay, never mind. Yeah, but the latest version is released here, so that should be fine. Let's see. Okay, it's still installing.
Yeah, so you see that it cannot fetch some resources as it is showing there. couldn't get some resource list.
This
But,
one?
yeah, this is the first part of type of
Yeah.
error, but
Oh,
I had a chat with Adam, and he said that it's not that big error that we can
That's
stop the
fine, yeah.
process.
this we can ignore, yes.
But
You can ignore those errors basically.
but when you move to the last section, when it will restart the controller, it basically doesn't restart it.
Mhm. Let's let it finish and then. But I mean, we don't have to keep the community meeting running for this. We can also do it.
Take it
I don't know,
offline, yes.
take it offline, or if you want, we can also, I don't know, do this like tomorrow or something and sit together, us two.
That is the reason I asked. Can we do this after the meeting?
Yeah, after this meeting, it's kind of tough because the whole team has another meeting.
The
So
only reason I wanted to do it today is Adam told that if it is possible, we can make it, if we can complete this demo within this week, because he mainly wants me to complete the demo before KubeCon.
yeah, then I don't know. I mean, we can just stop the community meeting as it is now and then continue without the recording and stuff. It's not necessarily needed. And then
Sounds like a
everybody who
plan.
wants to stay can stay and everybody else can leave.
Okay, let's try like this then. I will stop the recording now.